Hi, this is Siva Devaki from MassMailer. Thank you so much for joining the webinar today. Today we're going to talk about how to trigger an email based on the email activity in MassMailer. What it means, we all keep sending email campaigns and we keep getting the events such as opens and clicks and whatnot. But the biggest question is, how do we send a follow-up email based on a certain email activity that has happened? So it's doable using MassMailer with the integration to Process Builder or Flow. Today we're actually going to take a look at the Process Builder, even though you can achieve the same thing using Flow as well. So how do we trigger a follow-up email? So basically, the concept is that MassMailer has a custom object called MassMailer email status, which captures the email events such as open, click, and all of that. It also captures other events, delivered, process, time report, unsubscribe, group unsubscribe, bounce, and so on and so forth, right? But in this particular example, we're interested only for a click event though. So what you would do, you would create a process builder process on this particular object, and then you can filter for a specific object, and you can also optionally apply other filters. So you can corner down which kind of a click event or which campaign that belongs to, any other filters that you want to apply. So that's what I would do. Once you have the criteria is met, you want to kind of trigger a follow-up email by creating an action, which would actually use this for MassMailer Apex class that is intended to send an email, and then that's it. So you basically have a very simple process builder process. Now, let's take a look at the process builder process screenshots. I'm going to show you the same thing even in Salesforce as well. So step one, you basically create a process builder process on this MassMailer email subject email status. Whenever it is created, you check for a click event. You're applying certain criteria here. And in the third step, you basically create a follow-up email action. This is calling or invoking email via MassMailer Apex class, and it's passing certain parameters in order to send an email. So that's as simple as that. So let's just go to Salesforce here and quickly take a look at the same thing. So step one, you basically create a process on this MassMailer email status whenever the record is created, and then you're having a click event where you're checking for the event that is click, and then you're also checking for additional criteria for event subject. So for example, if you want to find out the field, the event field, you just select, and then you say, hey, I want to do this for the click event, right? And then you have a subject. This is additional criteria, selected subject, and then added first email. You're done. The next step. After that, you're actually gonna call the MassMailer Apex class. So you have the email via MassMailer that you can invoke. So in the record ID field, we're gonna have the field reference as the contact object. As you all know, MassMailer email status has relationship with various objects that are supported or that you enabled in MassMailer. So today we're actually going to demonstrate contact. So you're saying that, hey, I want contact ID is the contact is the object that I want to choose to send emails. That's the record ID. And the template ID is basically nothing but the Salesforce template ID. If you're familiar with Salesforce templates, so you just go to the templates where you select, where you actually stored your template. So that is classic email template. That's where MassMailer stores all the templates. And then first email is the one that we plan to use. And this is the template ID, saying classic. it'll give you the proper ID, but in Lightning, it adds that percentage 2F. So you should always remove that percentage 2F thing or whatever that you get the hexa code, just remove that. And then the rest of it up to the percentage. So again, till this area is what you're going to have as the ID. So this is one place where you can actually find your template ID. If not, you could also go to MassMailer Lightning, provided you are actually using MassMailer Template Builder to create your template. We also display the template ID when you go to the template builder here. So let's just go to MassMailer and then first email, and that loads into this. As you can see, when you mouse over, we have this template ID. I just try to copy paste the template ID into your process builder. So that's it. Okay. And then we have the from name that is hard coded, from address hard coded, and the to name. We want to send email to the contact object again. So you would select the contact, and then you want to send email to this contact object. So you selected the name field, and the address is nothing but the email field. So here we will have the email field as the to address, and you save it. So that's how you kind of define that. Yeah. So now you have everything. All you need to do is just activate, and this becomes your process builder process. Okay. And now we have a contact here that is called Raki. That's got an email address here. So I would basically just go send an email. Before that, I'm going to clear some data. I have some old data that I want to clear, so that's easy to kind of comprehend. I'm going to go delete the old test data that I had. Okay, perfect. Now we got this contact. Let's just go quickly send an email. Send via MassMailer. If you're familiar with MassMailer, these steps should be quick and straightforward for you. Go to the next step, and then go to the next step here. And then let's just go select first email. It's loading it into the editor. So it's a very simple email. All we have is just a link and small snippet of text. Go to the next step. Next step. Everything I'm going to keep it default. And now we're going to send an email by clicking this finish button. So this would basically trigger an email. We're going to go back to contact here. Okay. Okay, so we got the very first email. Just got it. And then we're going to click here just to capture the click event. So once we have it captured, just go back. Now, if I go back here, this is my contact. I'm going to go refresh this. Okay. So we just got the the first email activity is also logged, and then it should also have the second email. Okay. As you can see, we have the second email that got logged as well. So we have second email here. That we just received, and that's how you basically trigger an email. Very simple flow here, nothing fancy as such. So If you have any questions, feel free to reach us. I'll share your contact information here. Okay. Here is our contact information, my email address and company email address, the website. So feel free to reach us out if you have any questions. This webinar is scheduled every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific. So we send out an email. If you're in the email list, you would receive it with the upcoming topic and also the recording for this particular session as well. We also publish the upcoming event to our social channel and also website. Once again, thank you so much for joining the call, the webinar today. Looking forward to again to seeing you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.